certain muscles don't have as good mind-muscle connection, which they do.
The reason you didn't train before is because your job is your job. Your job is not your life. You're taking in 60 grams later after 20 grams after your workout, so that's 80 grams. So you're not cutting up for a show. So there's no reason for you to be cramping. You're doing the doctor approach. Hey, I'm cramping. Oh, take some potassium.
Is there an alternative for sauna?
Yeah, alternative sauna is a hot bath with Epsom salt.
Chris, what are you doing this to me, dog? I think you mentioned this before, but clarification would be beneficial to the amount of carb intake soon after your workout. And should I count that as a meal? Because I usually go home 20 minutes later and actually eat another meal with around 60 grams of carbs. The reason I ask because it's with the meal right after the workout to be more beneficial, replace glucose in the muscles.
Chris, you're lost. Buddy, I mean, you just ate something and then you ask if that should be a meal. I don't get this. I'm completely lost, man. First off, I give you a number today on what you should eat after a workout. You have 50 grams of carbohydrates right after a workout.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean next month you should have 50 grams of carbohydrates. So none of that makes sense to me. I never spoke about this, and the reason I've never spoke about this is because your nutrition is always training. I had 0 carbohydrates after my workout today.
What?
0. I had my protein shake, chocolate thunder, 2 scoops. Came home, just had 8 ounces of protein. Guess what? Those are 2 meals. The shake's a meal, the protein's a meal. I went in my body.
Doc sent me this. He got this protein. I
Wow.
was like, thank you so much. I asked him to send.
To Doc?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
He didn't order it. You sent it.
I sent it.
That's so
Of course,
awesome.
it's your training partner. He can't, you gotta
Ah,
take care of your boys.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris, it's you. What you just said was, "Hey, Mike, I just had a meal after the gym. Should I eat another meal when I get home?"
No, he didn't. He said, should I count that as a meal?
That's what I mean. Hey, I just ate a meal after the workout. Is that a meal? That's what you just said.
Okay,
Was the meal I just ate a meal?
I'm gonna put you on daddy duty. Is that okay? So you can take the dog.
Yeah, hand me the thing.
Okay.
Can I revoke daddy duty? Guess who's on daddy duty? So, hey, Chris, thank you for asking that because I imagine somebody out there was too scared to ask that, and you were brave enough to ask that. Anytime something goes in your mouth, that's part of your nutritional supplement, your intake. So that's a meal. So let's just bypass that, and then on top of that, it wouldn't be 20 minutes. It'd be you would eat instantly after your workout. By 15 minutes, if you haven't got your meal in, it's too late. So, but now I have talked about that. I've talked about that numerous times, and I've been talking about that since 1987. Let's see what else we got. You need to get on a nutrition plan because right now, just that question alone, you're going to be circling the drain for the next couple of years, thinking that you're doing something right here, and you're way off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, well, I mean, a question like that. Ask your coach. Does your coach tell you to have this for a reason, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? But then I just thought, I was like, well, he probably doesn't.
He doesn't have a
He's
coach.
just freestyling.
He's just freestyling. He
heard
read something.
He heard somebody say, "Hey, a protein shake is not a meal. Those 120 grams of protein that you consume during a day from shakes doesn't even count."
That doesn't even count. Doesn't count. It disappeared.
Gone.
Good job, Chris. Good job at least asking. You are way off base here. I don't know what pages you're following or Instagram, but I would go delete your Instagram, start a new one, and unfollow all those people.
Landscape.
My job is cardio because I do landscaping. Should I lift weights after work or before? Oh, this is a great question, man. That's going to help a lot of people right there. The reason you're going to train before is because your job is your job. Your job is not your life. Health and fitness is going to be more beneficial for your life because that's going to set you up to win down the road. You're not going to have any glycogen or much strength after a landscaping job. So I would get up, I would go to work, I'd get up, go to the gym, train your ass off, and then give the job whatever you can after the fact, knowing that you got your great workout in and that you can go home afterwards and eat. That's what I would do. And that's for everybody. Lifting in the morning, guys, there's besides being stronger, there's the aspect of cortisol is dropped. And cortisol is the stress hormone. And if you get up in the morning and you start training, that instantly lowers that. So that's a great thing. So you're automatically there. Then it gets your endorphins fired up. Then it gets your metabolism going. There's so many things that goes on if you just get up and get moving in the sense of weightlifting and exercise. So great question. Thank you for asking.
Certain muscles don't have as good mind-muscle connection, which they do.
We talked about this. We said that you got to go home and you got to pose.
You won't pose.
You won't pose in the mirror at
You
home.
won't pose.
Everything is the same. As soon as you can turn it on. By you saying that, there's just a lack of posing that you're doing. So you just got to pose. You got to get home. And this is for everybody. I don't care if you like posing or not. It's not about the aspect of posing. It's about the aspect of controlling your body and being able to turn certain things on. So that's really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
Is he sleeping?
He's already playing sports, isn't he?
He's already doing Muay Thai right now. He's starting to wrestle. He's been swimming. But actual team sport, I don't know. By then, I think he'll decide. Mandatory to wrestle. Mandatory to do a martial arts outside of wrestling. I hope basketball to start because that's one of the most athletic sports that can translate into other sports.
What sport was that?
Basketball.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there's two aspects of sports. A skilled sport, Jeffrey, baseball,
Yeah.
golf,
Yeah.
where there's a skill to it. And then there's an athletic sport like football. So I would like him to do baseball for the one aspect, and then I'd like him to do football for the mindset of going head to head with another man and feeling the soul leave that other man as he crushes him. So those are the two sports I'd like him to do. The balance between those two as he continues the basketball and the wrestling.
Is there an alternative for sauna?
Yeah, alternative sauna is a hot bath with Epsom salt. So what we did is and it's got to be hot water up to your neck. Now, here's the thing though. You're talking about lightheaded. If you're doing it because you're doing a dry out or a blitz, when you come out of that water, lay down, relax. Oh, nice. That's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah, that 12-inch box, man.
No joke.
It's no joke. We're going to be going into the 9-week power bodybuilding, and we're going to pull off that 12-inch box and go back to just regular depth. And I'm so curious to see, because that weight's going to it'll be another 100 pounds on top of whatever when you're just trying to hit your regular depth relative to something that low. Yeah, that is true. That is so true. He actually started school online a little bit. I don't know if it's school or not, but
Almost a gallon of water every day, and I lock up after my workouts.
I'll lock up.
Probably cramps, right?
Yeah,
You
I
cramp
guess
up.
that's what it means.
What do I do other than potassium and water?
It's not. You shouldn't have to. If you're cramping up, it's something else. If you're going to have to medicate yourself with potassium, there's something going on with you. So you're all about nutrition, buddy. You're doing some things really messed up. If you're taking in 60 grams later after 20 grams after your workout. So that's 80 grams. So you're not cutting up for a show. So there's no reason for you to be cramping. Absolutely none. And you saying that you're going to have to take in more potassium or something like that, you're doing the doctor approach. Hey, I'm cramping. Take some potassium. Take some magnesium. There you go. Drink some more water, have some sodium. Okay, but what's the root of the problem? The root of the problem is your nutrition is all whacked. You shouldn't be cramping. You're not trying to cut up for a show. So yeah, Chris, you really do need to work with somebody. There's something going on there that's really off. Mo, Titan's sleeping. Come on. Oh, he was.
He was.
Oh, you got him here? I thought he's in bed. How?
I'm just taking care of him.
Hey,
No.
hey.
They had moments.
I had moments there. You guys saw it, right?
That's documented.
That's documented.
No,
What? Mo.
It's all documented.
Mo, it's not like I went in there and pulled him out here. Did you guys just see me get in trouble?
She wasn't watching the live.
Chris, I hope you get that worked out, brother. Yeah, there's no reason for you to cramp. And you taking potassium to solve the problem of cramping is you're putting a Band-Aid on a cut that's going to stay cut. Take care of the problem. Stop getting cut. Two things. I think old school games. There was in the King Bowl when we won the state championship. The coach on the first games at that time was Friday night for the state championship, and on Monday on practice, everybody shows up on the field, and he walks up to the offensive tackle, and he puts the word "savage" in tape on the guy's chest, and he said, "Mike, we'll win the game if you beat Craig Savage." The guy is high school All-American offensive tackle, and he says everything goes through him. He runs over everybody. If you beat him, we win the game. And so it was great. It was like all the pressure on the football game is on one individual. I liked the individual thing. I didn't like team sports in the sense because if I did my job perfectly, we could still lose. And I want the pressure of life on myself. I can't risk. So with that being said, come Saturday morning, we go to eat, me, my mom, and dad after the game. And we opened up USA Today newspaper, and it says, King Bowl champions, the Juanita Rebels, star player Mike O'Hearn, 14 tackles, 3 quarterback sacks, All-American, destroys single-handedly the Gonzaga.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, that's pretty badass. And so that was my childhood. And so I know that I always talk about that I was in the magazine since 1983, but I've been in the newspaper since I was 9 because I started running half marathons and stuff at a young age and already kicking ass. So it's the process of that pressure on me and the willingness to take all the pressure for the whole team on me. And I love the Titan crew because I like taking the pressure on there, and I like the pressure of this kid today. We're going to post a video tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
You need to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get the notification this goes live. I am working with a phenomenal mindset of this kid. It is Elias, and he is all the potential in the world. Good-looking kid. He got himself here from Austria. He's got every potential in the world. The one thing he does too much is he trains too hard. And he believes every set needs to be a fight to fatigue. And so within 5 days now, he's had 2 rest days. I've made him rest. And on top of that, I've backed his training down to a third of what he was doing. And you guys are going to have to watch this video because I think a lot of you, and Jeffrey posted a video of us last week where I said all of you are more beastie in the gym than me.
Yeah.
And there's points that I say to this is because like yesterday's live, I talked about Chris. The only thing I did on Chris, he was doing the 30-day blitz. The only thing I changed was how he was cooking his food, the oils he was using. And I stopped him doing cardio at 160 and made him do it with 118. And his body changed. Let me say this again, just so you fully comprehend what I did. The guy was doing the plan and not changing. Not changing. And this is a lot of you that are not changing out there. What is the problem? Why aren't you changing? Are you doing the cardio too intensely? Are you cooking the food in something else? Are you not reading the labels on the fish you're getting because it's marinated and it's 6 grams of fat in it? These are little things. These are the 1%ers that we're going to be talking about over the next 2 months now. And that's it.